The fed ball drills can accomplish a lot of goals. Number one, you can control the situation no matter what level of play is in that line. Number two, you can work on movement. You can see a lot about their preparation, the use of the legs and technique. And three, you can bring out the targets. See if students can zone in not only hitting the ball, but hitting the ball to a certain area. And four, you can work on the cardiovascular. Work on 20 balls, 30 balls, and do all sorts of drills to see how they react when they get a little tired. And most often when they get a little tired, the techniques fail. Why? Because the foundation and movement. So fed ball drills can be very exciting in all sorts of variations. We're going to do the windshield wiper drill. It's 2 lines. We can have 3 in a line, we can have 4 in a line. This is a very fast-moving drill. But the objective of this drill is that everyone is part of the drill. Even if you're not hitting, you're shadow drilling. And that's very important. Here's how the drill begins. 1 line's on the center, 1 line's out there by the singles. As this line goes over to the right and you hit a forehand, everyone moves. But also the opposite line moves and comes over to the center mark and you do a forehand shadow drill. That student then goes to the back of the line. As the second line came over and did their shadow drill, you go back then and hit a backhand, and then you go to the back of the line. The drill continues at all time. The on-deckers must make sure that when they come up into the hitting part of the drill, they come up to the baseline or wherever the drill begins. Remember, it's the same as a windshield wiper. Windshield wiper goes this way, everybody goes this way. The windshield goes back, wiper goes over to this way, and everybody goes that way. We're all intact. Watch your safety procedures. Let's get started. Ready? Here we go. And turn. Perfect. Back. Excellent. Underneath. Good footwork. Turn. Perfect. Use those legs. Early preparation. Good. Keep working yourself inside, please. Pick up the ball for the safety. The coaches right now should be thinking of a few simple things, which are early preparation, low to high, and maintaining their focus. As the student starts working their way into the net a little bit more, it's very simple. A little shorter backswing. The same as if you were actually playing tennis. That's the great thing about these drills. Perfect. Come on inside. Good. Remember the shadow. Keep moving in. All right, stay right on the service line now. Good. Turn. Good. Stay on the service line. Perfect. Shorter backswing. Excellent. Use those legs. Keep working in. Now let's get into the volleys, please. Good. And turn. Perfect. And the great thing about these drills, you can go from ground strokes right into the volleys. Perfect. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Good. Here we go. Excellent. Early preparation. Perfect. Turn. Up. Perfect. Turn. Good boy. Back. All right. Well done. All of you boys know the techniques. You're moving well. You're playing your matches quite well. You're ready to go to the next step. We're going to go to the next step by taking advantage of what we call a weapon. We're going to start out with the forehand weapon. Do you boys feel you're capable of taking yourself to another degree?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, let's try it. Remember now, 1 ball. You're going to make up your mind that you want to cheat around your backhand and hit a big forehand. You got to have all those points in your mind. You can't say, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Make up your mind you're going to cheat. And you're going to hit that big forehand, okay? All right, let's try it. All right, 1 ball each, boys. Movement is essential in this drill. Move quickly. Perfect. Come around it. Always challenge the ball, boys. Always challenge. Move. Excellent. Catch that ball up high by your shoulders. All right, right now what I'm trying to do is to get these students not only to challenge, the inside-out forehand and the big killer weapon forehand, but also to understand the weak ball that comes back, they cannot make an error. They've worked so hard to get this, they've got to maintain their focus that they have to capitalize on the big weapon. Move. Very nice. Come forward. Come after that ball. Good boy. Come on. Come up after that ball. Well done. Move quickly. Good. Early preparation. So we're trying to accomplish a couple of easy things out here. One, to have the mental attitude that they will develop a weapon. If they develop the weapon, they have to capitalize on it. And what we try to do is to give them a safety margin that they don't have to go for a winner on a put-away shot, but to place it, cause an error, or move in and hit a simple volley. That is well done. Now what we're going to do as part of that drill, we're going to give you the first ball where you run around and cheat, but I'm going to give you a short ball that hopefully comes from the big weapon. So you're going to hit 2 balls. The first one you're going to run around and cheat, hit the big forehand, then I'm going to give you a weak return and come after the ball. All right, here we go. Good. Move quickly. Excellent. There's that little short ball. Well done. Up. Now run around for the big forehand. Again, turn. Good. Up. Excellent. Turn. Move those feet. Well done. Notice how we've progressed this morning. We've gone from our warm-up drills, we've gone to a windshield wiper drill, and the windshield wiper drill had a lot of options. Coming in, hitting the ball on the rise, and coming in and working on your volleys. And then we just went through the drill of developing the big weapon. Now a weapon quite often will bring a shallow ground stroke or possibly a ball that you're going to volley. So what I want you boys to think about is the different options that you're going to have. And we're going to practice those different options so that when you get these in actual match play, it'll be the same as doing them in practice. And remember, you practice for a purpose. You practice to put that mentality into actual play. And that's why I ask all of you boys to be very serious when you practice. Because the more serious you are and the more you focus and take advantage of all these little things that happen in drills, someday they'll pay off in a big match. Do you understand that? Yeah. Okay? All right, let's go back. So remember, coaches, you got to be very positive and give some good points of saying thank you, well done. That's what makes the drill really flow. You got to knock them down, but you got to give them some compliments as well. Good. And you got to watch the drill very, very closely as they begin to get a little tired. Then you try to push them a little bit more as if they're playing a long match, or you slow it down so they don't start getting careless. But you want to be able to accomplish several things when you're doing these drills. Push them to another level and see if the technique breaks down, and then you start talking to them about the mentality. This is a long point. Your opponent just as tired as you are, and it's how bad you want to win this point. You know, when you have big, powerful ground strokes, the opponent has a tendency to move back because you're hitting him deep, you're putting him above their shoulders, and so they're going to move back and say, geez, I just got to get this ball back and play, and that's fantastic. If you can get the opponent to move back, that gives you a lot more options, including the angle shots or the drop shots, okay? So right now, we're going to have you hit a deep ball. The second ball will be an angle shot. So you'll hit, say, a heavy topspin forehand or a heavy topspin backhand, or just hit a ball with good height and depth, and then you're going to hit your angles. Turn. Perfect. Use that racket head. Good boy. Back. Perfect. Get below that ball. Excellent racket speed that time. Good boy. Get underneath it. Excellent. And turn. Perfect. Get under the ball. Good boy. Back. You've got to work this racket head down. Work it quickly. That's not enough spin on that ball at all. what you want to do is to remember it's racket head speed, hitting below the ball and brushing it from a low to a high point. You can't get spin on the ball if you start hitting with your whole arm, okay? Good. Perfect. Get underneath it. Well done. Good boy, beautiful. All right, now let's hit angles from both sides, 2 shots. Angle forehand, come on, and an angle backhand. Good boy. Work that racket head a lot quicker. You stopped that time and you babied it. In order to make a ball dip, you've got to hit it. Good boy. And turn. Perfect. Round it, up, well done. Come on in a little tiny bit. Good boy. Work it, perfect. Get underneath it. Well done. You can't baby this shot. And remember, it's a quick action shot where the racket head really speeds up. Keep coming in, please. When you students work this, it's good to work angle to angles. And when you have your little warm-up drills, this is what's important, to put a little racket speed on the ball. So if you ever go out with your friends to practice, play the little mini game. And the mini game will force you to hit a little bit more spin, because to keep the balls inside the service boxes without spin is very difficult. Notice how the students now are beginning to shorten up on their backswing just a little tiny bit when they're inside the court. You have to use your legs also, everybody. You got to get underneath the ball. See, he guided that ball just a bit. You can't guide it. Good. Coaches, sometimes I give the expression of hitting on the outside of the ball. And that gives them a little bit more of an idea of brushing from the in to the outside. Good. Get on the outside and brush up. Perfect. Work that racket head a little bit more. Excellent. Under it, and there's the little brushing effect. I could actually close my eyes and just hear what happens to the ball. That ball was too flat. See, that's a little better. You can hear the spin. And that's what's important, to hear that little brushing effect, hitting from a low to a high point. Well done.